Here we go. Expedition. Yeah, here we go.
This is fantastic, Susanne. I love it.
It's
Awesome,
gonna be
cool and nice to be up here with you.
It's gonna be good. We got a long way to go, so let's ski. Whee! So look at these things, okay? Soft boots. You've seen those before. Salomon's, yeah? And these skis, now imagine, you know, it's nighttime now, and you're hopping around the forest without a backpack on, getting wood on these things. Okay? Fun or no fun? Full moon, this terrain, awesome buddy. Finally, someone who will fucking do this with me! Yes! Sepp, you rock!
Hard to follow you, but I try.
I
do my best.
Yeah, you know who else did this with me? Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa Leisner, and Ali a little bit too, but not on skis, huh?
On a squirrel fair, no?
Yeah, oh god. This film is called Ski the Pow. There's lots of ways to ski the pow. They don't all have to be killer death pillow hopping, okay? So let's introduce you all properly to Shadow Girl over here. So anybody who's been seeing any of my vids will have seen Shadow Girl a lot. See? Over there. But actually, it's a thing. I actually became aware of this one night on a run. I was running out of Villers-la-Ville, doing a lot of trail running. I was getting ready to do the ultra in Davos. So, you know, doing a lot of running on my own at night as well. And of course you end up in the moon. And I saw my moon shadow. And it became like a being mirrored to me and part of me, but sort of a shimmering, just a different facet. A different facet. And since then, yeah, it's been Shadow Girl. So, she, yeah, maybe she helps to bring things into a different perspective sometimes. Onward! Yeah, Sepp just taught me an awesome but obvious trick. I mean, if you have a gaiter which is pure Velcro, and I would say this is a reason for getting one that is, you just open it half and just fold it down if it's getting too warm, because the name of the game in this terrain is totally thermoregulation. I mean, you don't want to have to be changing layers all the time. It just turns everything into a pain in the ass, because if you're changing a layer, it's because you're uncomfortable. So what you have to do is have one getup that works from about -5 to +10, or maybe 5 to -10, in that range, and be able to regulate it. So here I've got my arms all screwed up, I've got all my zips open. Here I could actually go a little further. I've got no buff on, virtually no hat, no gaiter, so I can thermoregulate. And now with the gaiter is here, and I've got more zips, and if it gets really hot, I'll turn all these all the way down, and then I'll roll my my pants up here, and that's just bare skin underneath. I can roll them up to right here and take the gaiters off, and I'm very cool. I'm basically wearing, you know, shorts. So no need to be changing layers all the time. It's a pain in the ass, and it's just inefficient. So, be smooth. Smooth is good. So you thermoregulate in 3 levels. You have your macro, which is basically what layers are you going to wear, so that you don't have to keep changing everything all the time. That's level 1. Level 2 is state of zippers. Open, closed, so like gross changes in how you configure what you're wearing that would probably make you want to stop to adjust things. And then you've got the fine tuning in the end, which is about, for instance, how much of my arm do I expose? Am I wearing gloves or not gloves? Have I got just my thin layer down on my arms, or 2 or even 3 layers, or do I have it all free like this? And again, these are things that you can adjust while you're actually moving, so you never have to be uncomfortable. The idea is to stay comfortable because it's just more efficient and a lot more pleasurable. I mean, the whole point is to have pleasure. And yeah, pleasure. Especially the pleasure of the feet. And I think this is, of all the ways I've ever moved up a mountain, a snowy mountain, and I've been up quite a few of them now, this has got to be the most pleasurable. It's just super efficient. These are my favorite, most comfortable winter boots. They're basically a running shoe that's built for winter. They're on exactly the same last as my summer running shoes. My feet are just cushioned and happy, and then in this nice binding, lots of foot feel. It's like foot massage from powder snow. Yeah, feels like heaven. Now that I'm getting out onto the slope though, I'm gonna put my sunglasses on. This is very important. Sometimes I don't wear them when I'm in the forest, but don't get the wrong idea about this. As soon as you get up near or above the tree line like this, where it starts to get glary, you must put on your sunglasses. Please do not ever get snowblind. It is so painful. Couldn't see anything properly for like a week. Desperate pain in my eyes for 4 weeks. Don't do it. Wear the sunglasses. Okay, yeah, they're gonna fog up, but there's ways and means for that. So you can spit on them like diving goggles. You can rub them with a little bit of toothpaste, or just find some that are really well vented. But you know, don't be tempted. It hurts. It's not good. So if it gets too steep for your skins and you start slipping, there's a few things you can do. One is that you can take a sort of micro set, sort of set the skin before stepping up on it, which is actually quite nice because it also gives you a micro rest and pumps your bottom of your feet to help the blood flow. If it's still too steep and you're slipping, you can still go into a herringbone. I mean, a really small one, if it's just a little bit, or maybe just even on just one ski, or a big one, even down to sidestepping. So, I mean, there's no reason not to get up the hill or to struggle. Just adjust the technique so that you can have a smooth effort. The idea is to smooth the effort, to keep the effort steady, and you just adjust. Like in the summer, how you adjust your pace length, your stride length, and how fast you're going to keep your effort even. So in the winter, yeah, but except you have many more opportunities here because of course you have your edges and your skins. You can even zigzag up a track like this if it gets too much, but keep the effort at 70%, between 50 and 70% of your perceived maximum at any time. And if you do that, you will not only maximize your endurance on the day, but you'll also minimize injury and greatly improve your recovery time. And it has the maximum training effect, so there is totally no reason to sprint and wear yourself out and have all these jagged things unless you're actively trying to do interval training, in which case you do not need any advice from me. So, between 50 and 70% of maximum perceived effort, that means the effort that you think you could make right now, if your total maximum effort you can make right now is 100%, stay between 50 and 70% of that. Simple rule, 70%. Write it on the front of your ski. Because, I'll tell you what, when you've got your hangdog, because you're wrecked, and your ski is what you're going to be looking at, I can tell you that for sure. And just scribble with a Sharpie, with a pen on it, 70%, and you'll remember. And sooner or later, you'll stop racing around and making yourself miserable. N'est-ce pas? Don't make yourself miserable, unless you want to be miserable. In which case, have at. Yeah? Don't make yourself miserable. Yeah, make it easy. Make it smooth, make it nice. Doesn't have to be horrible. You're supposed to enjoy the uphill as well as the downhill. You're going to spend more than half the time going uphill. You might as well learn to enjoy it. Yeah. Oh yes, let's have a word about eyewear. Make your eyewear convenient, because if your eyewear is not convenient, you won't wear it. By convenient, I mean easy to take on and off, preferably with a strap so you can wear it in lots of different configurations. This one has a little clip-inable windshield that makes it actually a goggle. So it's designed as a pair of flying glasses for using with the helmet when you're flying a paraglider, but it's very, very good for skiing as well because it's nicely vented, unless you put the insert in. You know, make it easy to just have them somewhere where you don't have to look after them. You know, they're not hanging around and getting in the way and falling off. And there's no arms to break. Really, I'd strongly recommend sunglasses on a strap. Convenient. Convenient. Then you'll wear them, then you won't get snowblind. Because like I said before, that sucks. So, what influences me in the decisions as to whether to take a Loaden or something lighter? Well, largely, if there's going to have fire, then it's going to be always the Loaden. And then, if it's going to be, you know, multiple days and long way from home, then I like the Loaden. The Loaden is obviously much heavier, but it does add a certain kind of security. It's also more padding, more armor than some other options. If it's short and light and fast, if I'm just doing an overnighter or something, I might just wear buffalo gear or something with a puffy and a shell. But it just depends. It just depends. But if it's anything I'm really going to be dependent, you know, and I couldn't ski out of it feeling fine, then maybe I'll be wearing the Loaden. Yeah, that's how it works. It's a security blanket. These salopettes also are pretty awesome. It's buffalo gear. So basically it's a fleece with, I don't know if you can see this, it's basically fiber pile in the snow, or in the sun rather. Hang on a minute. Let's talk about these salopettes. Yep. Okay, that's better. These salopettes are pretty awesome. They're made, they're buffalo gear. It's basically just very thin Pertex shell, and inside it's lined with pile, and you wear it directly on your skin. It's very, very comfortable. It's got lots of zippers. I'm not wearing anything on underneath it, because the idea is that it will get wet from your sweat, but it will dry really quickly, and it is awesome. That's my most favorite thing to wear in the winter. It's just super cushy. Bib goes up to here. You've got a high back for your kidneys, and the shoulder straps are padded, because they know that you're going to be carrying a heavy pack. Awesome gear. Here comes Mr. Sepp. It's quite hot up here now, so we're going to be glad that we're coming to the end of the climb, which is just around the corner there. You can see the skyline from here. Almost there. This has got to be the most comfortable way of going uphill ever. Listen to that lovely rhythm. You're sliding your foot forward. You know, you're getting a micro rest every time. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now we're getting to the top. Little breeze. Cooling off soon. Starting to get the views. Whee! Welcome to a whole nother wonderland next. Man, Yes, so now we've come up the hill, 450 meters or so. Not to be sniffed at, huh? It's quite a climb.
Yeah,
So, deftig.
but nice to walk on your skis.
Oh, isn't it great?
The grip is awesome, even it's steeper than the last time. Yeah, and you do not have to make steps like on snowshoes. No heavy snow to
lift or anything, huh?
To lift, yeah.
I think it's even easier
Nice,
than walking in the summer because you can glide your foot forwards. There's
absolutely.
no lifting. It's brilliant.
Really help with the
with the
walking
poles.
sticks.
Yeah, it's like walking on a carpet.
Carpet is a teppich?
Like a teppich, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's like sliding along on the carpet.
Yeah,
Love it. Well, which it is, of course. And now we're in the sun still, but we're going to be going into there, and that's deep cold. That doesn't see the sun at all in the winter, which means that the snow will be brilliant, but that it's...
We were here last winter
with
Taro and Cosmo.
Yes, exactly. We went down that way.
snowshoes.
We went down that way.
Ah, yeah, okay. There is no way anymore.
No, indeed. Oh, that is
we end up in the canyon.
Oh, but that is a brilliant ski. Skiing down there, go down to Ortre, to the Alm that's down there, and then there's a bridge. But it's like that narrow, and if that was my long overnighter when I slept up here. So I walked up here after the ISPA. The first day I got this jacket, it was a blizzard, and I walked up here after I came back from the ISPA. Walked all the way up here on my skis. Was just so excited to wear it. Slept in the German bag up there, and then the next day I skied down there in this huge whiteout. Wow. There was like 2-3 meters of snow, and I went all the way into the canyon and out the other side. And I thought,
how did you get up again?
Oh, I just there's a bridge.
Skins with you?
Yeah,
skins?
I had skins. I had my my Salomon skis.
Yeah.
My wide ones.
Okay.
Have climbing skins. Yeah, so I skinned up here, skied down there, and then across that valley. And then I thought from the map that I'd have a really nice long glide, but the snow is this deep and heavy, so it was a slog all the way down. And then Ali picked me up down there.
Because you came out on the wrong place.
Well, that's where I expected to be.
Away from home, no?
I expected to be there, but I thought I would still have the energy to ski all the way back, which if that had been a glide home, then of course I would have had. And I could have done it, but I was like, oh, everything hurts and I'm fed up. Ali!
I understand,
But now we're going to go in there, so gloves on and hats and things. And yeah, it's going to be pretty nice. Up there is pretty good as well. Actually, up there is awesome.
If you like, we could cut some sticks for it.
Yeah, some people call me a snow junkie. I kind of prefer to think of it as a Snow Tantrika myself. Yeah, but I sure do love it, I can tell you that. Gotta have it. I mean, what's not to like, right? It is quite simply magnificent. What a territory. Man. Yeah, on that first trip that I had with the Loaden jacket, I came down there. On the other side of where the waterfall is, there's a little bridge. I went up there. I skied all the way out there onto that valley. Way back there. And I thought I was going to have a nice little skid and skim down this forest track down there, but it was not to be. No, that was a long day. But here it's just beautiful. Fluffy. Yeah, this way you're making the kilometers quick, huh? Take a look. Yeah, look at that. Love it. Wonderful place. Wonderful day. Wow. Great snow too. Super nice. Did a little pit back there just to see what this stuff was doing. It's mainly consolidated warmed powder on 30 centimeters of that. And a little bit of a sort of a rime layer about that thick, but not real slippy, and then underneath it's just consolidated already, so pretty good. Still, of course, we're careful, but doing a little quick little pit like that, it takes 3 minutes. Totally worth doing. You don't even need to take a shovel out, you just dig your block out with your ski pole. I'll show you how to do it. Sepp actually filmed me, so watch his version of this trip to see how to do it. Yep. Hello, my friend. Pretty nice. Back into the sun in about 5 minutes. That'll be nice. Ready for some sun? Yeah, I could have some sun now. That's nice. Yep, we're heading into the sun now. You can feel the snow getting heavier and mushier, and the light's kind of pink. And then ahead there'll be some dark sunshine, so it'll be starting to get very warm. And the snow will be sticky because the sun has been on it for a lot of hours today. But it's just a matter of changing the medium, or second stage of layering. Just take hats and gloves and stuff off, open zips, and then just moderate the effort, enjoy the sunshine, because it is pretty nice. Yes, it is. We have special wax for the skis, skins, if they start to get clogged up. Oh yes. And sunglasses must be put on right away. Right away, sunglasses. Oh man! Oh god, it's just incredible up here. Ridiculous sky. Beautiful meadows. And then over there, the cool valley we just came through, the backside of the bowl, and then this amazing sunshine still. And here comes Sepp, cruising up the trail with his stick. Yeah, look, we're just in the zone, shadow to sun. Oh yeah, look, the sun is just pulling away from us now. Incredible phenomenon, this. Look at this, just amazing. And now the relief, the contour is on the mountain is just different. Now the sun comes back. What a time to be in the hills. Love it. Awesome.
Hey Fox, you fell in the snow.
Oh well.
Our viewers are more drunk without
Yeah,
this king.
exactly. No, I think I'm just drunk on the sun and the snow here. Yeah, so I have everything so I can reach it from sitting on my pack, and I know exactly where I can sit on my pack because of how I packed it. So I just have an instant cozy seat, and I just have everything I need right here in my side pockets. And I can just sit and be comfortable straight away. I usually leave my skis on in camp until I actually lay down, because it's just so deep, the snow, a lot of the time, that it's not worth taking them off. And Sepp is making himself an awesome looking Viking grave here. Brilliant, very fast shelter. And if you make it with poles and some, and you know, a tarp, then you can pile it over with snow and make a very, very warm insulating hut in a fraction of the time that it would take you to build a quinzhee or anything that you have to dig ridiculous amounts of snow about. I mean, just saw some logs, put them across, put your tarp across, shovel the snow on top of it, and be done with it. You know, fill the front in and you're done. Much easier. Isn't that so? Yes, it is. Oh, awesome blanket. It's a heavy, strong tarp there. Nice. That's an awesome tarp. Wow.
That's a kind of emergency blanket with this here.
Yeah, really strong though, huh?
Stuff. Yeah.
Really strong.
And for alpinismus, alpine,
Yeah.
bright colors.
Yeah, perfect. Who makes it? That is a cool thing. Wow, I want one of those. Spot here. Here comes some nice sunshine still. Have my little flask here. Thank you, Mr. Mick, Toby and Ben, for that. This is Jura's Superstition. Lightly peated, perfect for an afternoon swig in the mountains, I think. Most agreeable. So you do actually have to stormproof the stuff that's in your pockets as well. So what I do is I put my small things into a baggie, and that baggie always has a string on it so that I can, if it's really bad weather, I can clip the baggie and just attach it to my clothing with a little string. That's also why this has got this little loop here. And then you take everything that's in the little bag and transfer it into the big pocket here. And then inside that big pocket you can unpack what's in the little bag and, you know, figure out what you need to do and so on, because then you don't have the chance of dropping pieces of whatever was in there, because if they're in there it's because they're small bits. So that's for batteries and any kind of little bits and pieces, compass, stuff like that you need to have with you, but that you're going to be clumsy when you're wearing big gloves, and that's the point. You're going to maybe wear huge mittens where you can only use a fist. So you need to be able to clip it to your clothing and put it in your kangaroo pouch where you can take your big gloves off, and then you can be nimble. See? Practical. So this is sort of the intermediary setup. The German bag is closed. I've got all my sleeping mats and my sleeping bag inflated on the dry side, and it's also closed at the top here, so it's all the way closed, all the way here. And I'm sitting on my backpack, which is inside the German bag. Let me show you. This is inside here, and I've positioned it so that if I open the bag I can get at the pockets, which is where the stuff is that I might want. Everything that was in pockets that I wanted now on my person I've changed around. And in a minute I'll do a glove change, so I'll go from these athletic gloves, which by definition are wet and sweaty, no matter what you do, to thin undergloves, and then these heavy work gloves for the evening now, where we're having a bit less activity. I've got my Loiku on here in case we want to do fire stuff. I've got my big Sven saw here nearby, and all my cook gear here is ready. And I'm just warming my gas here between my legs, because, well, I don't know, but it just works better when it's warm. So I could also put it in my pocket, but whatever. It needs gas to be warm. Works better then.
I'm shivering.
Well, yeah, I know. Sorry about that. I've got perfectly warm feet here because I'm on 2 layers of polar guard, so. And if I get cold in a bit, what I'll do is I'll open this side up I'll get inside and I'll just fold it over my legs. And eventually I'll just make it more and more closed. I've even got an armhole here, so I can be inside the German bag and still cooking. Yeah, I like it a lot. German bag. It's the way. Insulated picnic blanket. We're making some water, and then we're gonna have some cafe. And I like to have the water in the canteen all the way full as the first job, because you know you can get away with not having hot food, but you must have water. And then the colder it gets, I'll just open the German bag up and slide my feet inside, and then I'll just make more and more German bag over me until I'm just here. And then the German bag and everything is all nice and warm already when I'm ready to go to bed. Stufenlos verstellbar. Look, I've even got room for visitors. Here, see this? That's the bottom end of my sleeping mat, and that's a very nice place for visitors, don't you think? To share on the picnic blanket.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yeah, visitors spot. Best spot with a bit of sleeping bag, air mattress. Yeah.
I would love to.
Yeah. Come on over. Yeah. Have a party. We have whiskey and sausages and avocados wrapped in bacon. Yeah. So this is my cook setup. This would normally maybe be inside the German bag, even if I was feeling that it needed to be warmer. And then here, once water is made, where I'm paying a lot of attention to make sure it doesn't knock over, then make water hot inside the water bottle. Just on a ski pole like this. This is obviously slightly open, and this way nothing can fall off. And I don't waste any precious gas on putting water in the snow. This thing under here is a vegetable steamer. Thank you, Sepp, for the idea. Other than that, we're good. Waiting for it to boil. So there's Mr. Sepp organizing his stuff while I am lazily still sitting in bed. Because this is how I do it in the morning. I put my warm clothes on, I get halfway out of my sleeping bag, I stay in the German bag. I drink my hot breakfast first, before anything else, and then I start thinking about making some coffee. And once I've done that, maybe I'll start thinking about getting out of the German bag. Yeah, we will see. So in the night, I get into the German bag in stages as it gets colder. And in the morning, well, I think I'm going to be waiting for the sun, which is very nearly here. Look, it's right there. And of course I'm sitting slightly behind this little windshield here in this hollow, but yeah, that won't be for long now. So yeah, for a little sign of life. My skis are right there. I tie off my German bag to my sticks here so I don't slide down the hill. And just to keep this off my face. Yep, I've got my water bottle here. That was a very good hot water bottle overnight. This is right there. And everything is good. I got everything I immediately need right here in here. So my knife and my coffee and my tea container and stuff like that. Yeah. Great little gloves here. Very with non-slip, because it's a bit cool in the morning for the fingers. Here comes the sun. Ha 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 ha. Did you have a good night?
I love your energy-based idea.
Oh, but I love your Heidelbeeren marmelade. Oh my. Blueberry marmalade in it.
Yeah. I never felt hungry yesterday. I always was full of energy. At night I had no stone in the belly. I could sleep well. Awesome.
The bomb. I've not seen it in that solid form before. That's brilliant. That's even better.
To get it out, yeah.
Yeah, it's easier.
If it's cold, the squeeze bottle is not so easy.
That's a better version, and I really like the marmalade.
Stuff in it and whatever.
Ah, yummy. Yeah, I tried some yesterday, guys, and that is even better.
I like
then I can have every flavor. Yeah, you can have with strawberry marmalade, Heidelbeeren marmalade, whatever you want. Peach. Oh, imagine it with peach. Ooh, that would be good. Or apricot. Anyway, now it's time to make some coffee. Here we are. Maybe if I tempt Sepp with some nice coffee, then he'll give me some of his nice Heidelbeeren special. You never know. Yeah, the sun is coming. I'm making coffee. Yeah. Another reason what's so good about belt pack is that in the morning you just reach into the German bag and find that texture with your hand and just pull it all out and you have everything you need straight at hand. It's the same with the pockets here. I lay on my backpack so that I have everything that's in my pockets that I need quickly right there, including a pink. It's a protein bar based on dried strawberries. Yeah, always good. Like that. So I eat tons and tons in the morning, and also what I have is ginger drops. And ginger drops are awesome for everything. If you're feeling nauseous, they're brilliant. They are helpful for your circulation. They sort your headache out if you have one. Brilliant. And they make everything taste better. Quite nice as a drop of it in the coffee as well. I always put it in my human diesel. Ginger drops. Yes. Now we drank the coffee. Now maybe we start moving to duty things. Okay, buddy, enjoy. I'm still in bed. He's all sat up. So now I'm going to start opening the German bag and getting everything in the sun. I wanted to just show you these things. I like to actually wear knee pads outdoors. These are super articulated. It's just a little lycra sleeve, and I just find that my knees are the thing that tends to get cold, also when I'm sleeping, and this way this is super articulated, so I don't really even notice that I'm wearing it, but it means just that my knees stay warm, and also that I can just kneel down in the snow without that dreadful kneecap in the snow ache. Now, any of you guys who spend any time in the snow kneeling down, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. This prevents it. They're really light, they weigh really pretty much nothing. These are from, I think they're called G-Force or G-Shock or whatever they are, but anyway, they're awesome, and I'd strongly recommend it. So, time to put my shoes on. So, gaiters stay on the shoes. The shoes are in the German bag, and then you have the best warms. If you really want, you can make a hot water bottle and put it inside if you want your shoes to be super nice and warm, but that's okay for now. And then I'll keep my toes and stuff inside, and my shoes inside the bag a little bit while they warm up. So, what's in the backpack? Very important. Shovel and espresso kit. I have this Mountain Laurel Designs ultralight backpack with the mat and sleeping bag and stuff like that. I always have a second mat, either this silver one or better is my green Thermorest, to also just have somewhere to put things on. Then I've got basically food and lots of it. See, here's this good thing about kneeling down on the knee pads again. So this is my water bag, very important. If I can't make a fire, what I just do is fill this with snow and bring it in the German bag with me, and eventually water will appear. A couple of wally straps, they're good for everything, and I always have way more food than I need, so I've got day food here with spackle, I've got lots of night food, nice little hip flask, then I've got my thermos can here, something for dinner, and I have a gas cooker, a little tiny gas cooker. They're my woodworking tools, so that's Sven saw here, and my Laiku. I've got my solar battery charger, head torch, a tiny little hammock, satellite communications, and then it's all about the warms after that. This is a little merino scarf thing. Can put it around my waist, can put it over my head, it's just good for everything. Sunglasses, a whole spare set of underwear. So merino top and long johns and socks and dash down mitts, and those go all in this here dry bag. And then I have a couple more buffs, which I just think are so useful. They're just good for everything. I've got a warm one and a light one, and then I have another little dry bag here for miscellaneous things, a bit of fire starters, wires, magnesium sulfate for my muscles if I'm going to get cramping, wax kit, additional water bladder, and then I have my little snow chains that we talked about before. All that fits in a little bag, and with this you're really just limited by how much food you're willing to take. Also.
Videogeschwindigkeit doppelte Spur, ne?
Ja, und du, wie ging das? Wie war das?
That's too good.
Das war fein, gell? Can't begin to tell you how good this is. Woohoo, yeah. Just skiing down all these powdery slopes. Oh, yeah. And then just striding on a bit till you hit the next one. Go on the track if you like. But now there's usually a track, at least yours. If nobody booted on it, please don't boot on the skin track. That's really nasty. Nice. So there's pros and cons to wearing these soft shoes versus a more hard shoe like that. I mean, it's manageable, but if you wear a hard shoe like that, then the likelihood is that at some point the bindings will ice up, and then it gets annoying for a little while, like 10 minutes, but it's really annoying because the binding then starts slipping and you have to rebuild it and take everything off, and it's a pain in the ass. But having those boots does give really good downhill skiing stability. Could feel like a light telemark, very, very light telemark setup. If you were a really good telemarker, you could ski telemark in that gear. I'm not, so I don't even try. And then me, I've got these shoes on, and to me it starts to feel a bit like on an SUP, because the shoes are just basically holding my feet on the ski, not attaching it in terms of control in any way, not really. So I have to actually spread my toes and grip the ski and really connect my bones to the ski as if I was riding whitewater on an SUP, and it's a peculiar feeling, and I'm clearly not very good at it yet, but I'm looking forward to getting better at it because it's kind of a groovy exercise. Makes you feel kind of wobbly like that, but if you kind of just stand like on an SUP or maybe water skis, maybe it feels a bit like skiing on water skis, I don't know, not skied on water skis before, but anyhow, it's cool. So, I'm going to do some more of it now. What do you think? Watch?
Yep. It works fine. Like faster than snowshoes and so on.
But people that go in the skin trail, we need you guys all need to get these skis so we can have nice flat trails out here without boot holes in them, yeah? Darn. I know how tempting it is to boot in the ski track, but why don't you get some skis? Then you can have your boots that you would usually use and put skis on them, and we all have a nice track and everybody goes faster and has a better time. Okay? Oh, nice to have a breeze and shade for the climb. But it does mean differing and changing snow conditions, of course. So we have to keep paying attention. Coming up to the saddle now, and then we'll be skiing down the very steep side of the hill. Let's see how we get on with that. The great thing about a setup like this is that you're not obliged to ski. You can ski if you want to. like Sepp is doing here. But you don't have to. And to me the snow is just a little bit too, yeah, it's just uncomfortable. It's kind of heavy. But Sepp is really enjoying it. He's also got longer skis, which are much better for this snow. He's got the long ones, I've got the short ones. But you know, this is also super nice snow for walking through, and I've got a nice track here. So in this way each one's making the most of the nice. There's plenty of nice around. Ooh. Oh, he's on the throne. Hello, Sepp.
Yeah, throne, genau.
On your throne, how are you doing?
Throne is this.
Do you know what the British slang for throne is?
Na?
Ist für die Toilette, die Scheißhaus.
Ja,
Going to the throne.
Also, wir sagen auch eigentlich, ja, der sitzt
Am Thron.
Thron oder so, gell?
Ja, ja. Camera also. You can go up there. You can come down that. All you need to be able to come down that is about 10 meters, 15 meters of Rebschnur and a carabiner. Because you just use a tree and it's okay.
Good life insurance.
Nah, you just go really slowly because you're never on your full body weight. Yeah, she's crazy, I know. So I'm along here. I've just put my skis as like a holster through my straps. Not so much because I couldn't ski this, but just because the snow is really nice for walking. And it would be for me quite strenuous to ski, and I don't want to be feeling strenuous. And I really like the feeling of the snow under my feet. Sepp skied down here. What he did was that he took his backpack and he dragged it like a sort of a snow brake, so that he had no worries at all. And actually, that's a darn clever idea. Just drag your backpack. I have the bit of cord in my pack already anyway, and then of course it makes things much more comfortable because you're not, dragging. You're not carrying the pack, so it's not overweighting you. Why not drag it? What a good idea. And I suppose you can just wrap in a little shiny tarp and make a pilk out of it in some conditions too. Yes. Yep. That's how you do that. Let's see. There he goes. Yeah, there you have a strong man. He's sitting on the stick. He's in a snow plow. He's got a snow brake, and if he gets in trouble, he's just going to go off left into the powder. But in fact, he's pretty stable. Yes, that's how you do that. And he just comes to a glide. Nice.